Good morning. Are you Dylan Wilkinson?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. Mr. Wilkinson, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 0260. You're charged with deadly conduct, discharging a firearm from September 13th of 2024. And since you've made bond...
Deadly conduct by firing a gun. Yep, that's a felony that can land you serious time in Texas. Even if no one's hurt. Just recklessly pulling that trigger is enough to put your freedom on the line. And notice how calm the judge is. That calm voice carries the weight of the law.
In your case, have you had an opportunity to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am, not just yet. I was going to ask if I have a little bit more time in order to come up with more funds to hire an attorney.
So what I'll do is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before that next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would have to go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you'll step in front of the clerk, she'll give you your reset notice.
Translation: the judge just told him, follow the rules or kiss the outside world goodbye. This is how judges enforce accountability, raise the bond, and suddenly freedom comes with a higher price tag. Do you think that's fair or too harsh?
Brianna Clanan. Brianna Clanan. Good morning. Are you Drayden Rose? And Mr. Rose, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 0789. You're charged with the 3rd-degree felony offense of assault of a security officer from April 16th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? How old are you?
18.
Are you still in school?
I got my GED.
You got your GED. So are you working?
I'm finding a job.
So you don't just get a court-appointed attorney. So what I'm going to do, since you made bond, I'm going to reset your case for about 30 days and do a couple things. One, you need to try to get a job first. If you get a job, bring me that information on where you're working, some kind of pay stub or just something that shows where you're working. I also want you to apply for at least 5 jobs a week. And if you don't have a job, you need to bring me where you've applied.
5 job applications a week. That's not just legal homework, that's life homework. Judges sometimes play social worker, pushing young defendants toward responsibility. But here's the kicker: skip those applications. And it's not just unemployment you're facing, it's jail time.
So if you're print something out or copy something from where you've gone. And then in addition to all of that, I want you to start talking to attorneys, okay? You need to talk to at least 3. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. I want you to start talking to them so that when you get a job, you can see maybe what you can afford or what you can't. If you do all that and you still can't afford an attorney, then we'll talk at the appropriate time about a court appointed. If you don't do those things that I asked you to do, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond and you would have to go back to jail for not following that court order. Do you understand all that? All right, if you'll step in front of the clerk, she'll give you a reset notice. Good morning. You're Lance Charbino?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Charbino, did you get someone hired?
I did not hire him yet. It's Cody Crenshaw.
Corey?
Well, Corey, yes. Cody Crenshaw. He asked for $4,000 down.
Okay.
And as soon as I get that, which should be 3 weeks from now.
Okay.
And I'll be able to get him hired for...
All right. You've been here a few times, so I'm going to reset you one more time. You need to get him or someone else hired before that next court date. Again, just bring that reset notice to him. He'll tell you what to do. If it's not going to work out with Mr. Crenshaw for some reason, then talk to at least 3 others. Bring me those names. All right. Step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. Presley Viltz. Good morning. You're Presley Viltz. Did you get someone hired, Mr. Viltz? No. Who'd you talk to? Okay, did you write down the names? Well, no, I mean, I tell you the same thing I tell everybody. Bring me back the names of the people you talked to so that I know you've tried, and then we'll discuss your options. Same words I've said for 11 years to every single person in here, so no one can ever say that I didn't say them.
Yes, ma'am.
So what part of bring me back the names of who you've talked to did you not understand?
Ouch. That's courtroom sarcasm at its finest. Judges have very little patience for I forgot. Forgetting in felony court, that's like forgetting to breathe underwater. You just don't survive it. This judge is sending a loud message. Excuses, don't cut it here.
I understood. Okay.
You just forgot. Okay, so you're in felony court. You don't just forget. Because if you don't do what I asked you to, then I can put you in jail right now. I'm trying not to do that. I want you to follow the rules. It's not that hard. You have 30 days. Talk to 3 lawyers. Try to hire them. Did you talk to 3? You really talked to. So when you first answered, you said you talked to 2. So be careful what you're saying. All right? And you're probably nervous right now, and I get that, but be careful what you're saying because you're saying some different things. I'm going to reset your case for 2 weeks. You need to talk to 3 lawyers. You need to bring me those names of who you talked to when you come back. If you've hired one of them by then, great. If not, I want you talking to at least 3. Don't wait till the last minute because they're in court and they have things to do. So start calling today, talk to those attorneys, bring me back who they are, how much they charge, let me know about where you're working, bring a pay stub when you come back. The more information you bring me, the better things are gonna go. Does that make sense? All right, 2 weeks, step in front of the clerk. Good morning, you're Caitlin Talmore. And Ms. Talmore, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 0595. You're charged with a 3rd-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. And that is from April 4th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? Right, so what happens is when you're in custody in jail, we automatically give you a court-appointed attorney. Now that you've made bond, I'm going to expect you to at least try to hire your own. So what I'll do is reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire somebody. If you do get someone hired before the next court date, bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to go visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of those you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond and you would have to go back to jail. Do you understand? Yes. All right, step in front of the clerk, she'll give you your reset notice. Good morning, you're Janisha Leonard? Yes, ma'am. See, and Ms. Leonard, you have 2 motions to revoke your probation, and then you have a new case in cause number 25 DCCR 0297, and I set bonds, and you've made bonds on all of those. And have you had an opportunity to hire a lawyer? Okay, so you need to get someone hired. The fact that I set those bonds at what I did, even when the state asked me not to, you've got some serious stuff going on. You need to try to get someone hired if you can before that next court date. So I'm going to reset your case for 30 days. You need to try to get someone hired. If you do, bring the reset notice to them. They'll tell you what to do. Go ahead. Well, you need to try to get a job first. And you need to apply to at least 5 jobs a week, and you need to bring me proof of that. Okay, if you do get a job, bring me some proof that you have a job. In the meantime, I'll also want you talking to lawyers. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to, at least 3, so I know you're trying. Bring me the information about that you're trying to get a job, and then we'll discuss all of your options. Okay, if you don't do that, then your bonds will be raised, especially on those motion to revoke probations. You'll be right back in jail. Do you understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you your reset notice. Because I don't usually do all of this. All right, you're Anthony Salvato. Mr. Salvato, you're here on a motion to revoke your probation, and I set a bond in your case. Let's see, I feel like we had received some letters. You were participating in the veterans and all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
You're still doing all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your name for the record? Okay, and who are you with, Miss Branch? Okay, thanks. Sorry. And so has he been following through and everything with regard to probation? Okay. Have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
All right. Are you working?
No, ma'am. I've been trying to do the program that we have. I have had a couple of interviews, which I have not been successful because of my record, my health diagnosis. It's been very difficult. I have attended some veteran work job fairs, and that was unsuccessful as well.
Okay.
So, but I have been traced, and I am seeing a employment counselor once a week.
Okay. What I'm going to do this morning, Mr. Salvato, and I'm looking back, I have some documentation from the Veterans Association and things like that with regard to when I set your bond. I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. You need to fill it out accurately and completely. You're going to swear under oath that it's all true and correct, and then I'll take a look at it. All right? Step in front of the clerk. She'll give you that paperwork. Thanks, Ms. Branch. Sorry, I didn't recognize you. I didn't know who. I don't know if I've seen her in here. Daryl Spencer. Good morning, you're Daryl Spencer. Mr. Spencer, did you get someone hired? Did you already hire him?
I was on him today.
Okay.
I had money on me right now.
Okay. Did you talk to him about where you were going to meet, or?
I told him about it on my case and stuff like that. He told me to make a payment plan because I talked to Marsha Bowman and she told me she couldn't.
Okay. So you have the money to hire him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to reset your case 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to get him hired before that next court date.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. Good morning, sir. You're John Van Wright. And this is 24 DCCR 2485. And then there's the motion to revoke probation in 15 23582.
Judge, I know Mr. Mitchell was trying to get with Mr. Smith. He didn't realize he was out last week. He was having trouble watching the video they need to watch. I know enough about this case to know they need to watch the video.
Okay.
So I'm asking for a reset so they can do that.
Okay. I will do just a normal reset. Obviously, if there's any issues, if you can get with Mr. Nichols or Ms. Malfino, I'm sure either of them will help you work that issue out, and we'll get an
I think it
announcement.
just wouldn't play for him, so he was going to come to our office and do it.
Okay.
If he needs me to do it for him, I would gladly will.
Okay.
So I'm setting trial this morning in the 128th with Mr. Gertz. We're both under trial protection.
Okay.
As soon as that ends, I'll give Mr. Nichols a call. And we'll
Perfect.
get
And
with
Mr. Smith might be back by then as well. And so, but if not, just get with Mr. Nichols or Ms. Malfino. They'll help
Will
you
do,
out.
Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Stay in touch with Mr. Mitchell. He'll let you know when you need to be back. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good. How about you?
Doing good.
Because from what we're talking about, I have an intention to try and read her. It's on this announcement document.
Oh, for next, yeah, in 2 weeks, for sure. Yeah. It's one of those names that are on my list that I'm tired of seeing. It's you too, I'm sure. Good morning. Are you Adrian Housley? Mr. Housley was previously in court, entered pleas of guilty to, or plea of guilty in cause number 25 DCCR 0290 to theft of property with previous convictions. It's a state jail felony. And we pled it as, no, and there were prior offenses, and so the agreement was for a cap of 10 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections because of the criminal history before. I received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Judge.
Any additions or corrections?
No.
All right, Mr. Walker, you may proceed.
Judge, what I thought was going to be a long argument for us, we're actually in agreement with the PSI report, and we're asking the court to follow the recommendations and place Mr. Housley on probation.
Mr. Hoffpower?
Judge, we understand in light of what the argument is and the facts of this particular case. However, the court will leave it to the court's discretion. You see his criminal history. He has been in the penitentiary numerous times. So I leave it to the court's discretion whether or not it wants to place this individual on probation or in light of this history.
The underlying, what he ended up pleading to, was it a third or a second?
Second.
Second.
2 to 20 because it's habitual.
That's what I wanted to make, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Judge, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
what we're talking about is over a 4-month span, with all the items added up, we're talking about an amount that barely gets over the threshold for a Class B misdemeanor. A 62-year-old Army veteran suffers from PTSD, and as the PSI report shows, he's a low-risk candidate for it. He's not a threat to it. He's went 15 years from his last offense without getting in trouble. He's showing that he's capable of fitting in with society, as well as an interest to better himself. And that's why we're going to ask that you put him on probation.
Mr. Housley, on paper, you sure don't look like you deserve probation with your criminal history. Mr. Walker is correct, and the pre-sentence report writer has stated and shown me that it looks like you really are doing well in so many ways. With your history, it just kind of is beyond me, though, that you would go and do something really as minor as what you did, knowing with your history that it doesn't matter how minor it is. At some point, you got to stop, or you just keep staying in prison. Are you still working at Dragon Products?
Yes, ma'am.
You've been, I mean, it looks like you're following through. You following through with your, is it the veteran services in Spindletop as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Housley. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to defer all proceedings and place you on probation for...
This is the courtroom tightrope. 10 years of probation instead of immediate prison, basically, a second chance wrapped in a warning label. One slip and that get out of jail card vanishes, replaced by up to 2 decades behind bars. Second chances don't come free, they come with conditions.
For 10 years. And I'm going to order a $500 fine and order that you follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That will include that you are on the specialized mental health caseload to help with any issues with regard to PTSD and the things that you're going through. You'll be required to follow all of their rules and conditions as well. There's kind of 2 sides to this, right? And so deferred probation, a lot of times people see and wonder, well, why did they give them that opportunity at not having a conviction on your record when you have all the convictions? And that's for me. It's not for you. Because now that 10-year cap is gone. I didn't send you to prison. So if you do your probation right, then you won't have this conviction. And if you're successful at the end, the case is dismissed and you will be able to continue living your life like you have been, it looks like, for the last 16 years or so.
Yes, ma'am.
The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you're back in court, you're found guilty, which means you have the conviction, and I have the entire range of punishment, which is up to 20 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And on paper, that's what it looks like you will deserve at that point if you don't take advantage of this. So I hope you do. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement I followed, so you waived any right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. God
Yes,
bless.
sir. Thank you. You too, sir. Thank you, Mr. Walker.
Thank you. No excuse, Judge.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Are you Michael White? And Mr. White, you are on probation in cause number 23, DCCR 1117, for the 3rd-degree felony offense of driving while intoxicated, 3rd or more. And probation sent an administrative hearing. It looks like as part of your probation, you were ordered to enter and successfully complete the safety program, and that was in order to have a SCRAM device. When you got out of safety, it looks like you obtained the SCRAM on April 8th, and then they notified probation that you were not meeting your financial obligations, and they terminated that, and so you don't have the SCRAM anymore. Is that correct? So, are you working? Why not? Where have you looked? What different places? Speak up, please.
Home Depot, and my social company.
Okay. Has he given you notification of all of that?
He has, and he also gave me a ruling on Social Security.
Okay.